Hey everyone, welcome to the Roundtable Hold for another fascinating episode of Elden Dogs. For those on Patreon, I believe it's Elden Dogs 41 or 42, and for non-Patreon members, it's like 30 something. So we've had a journey.
That's a lot of episodes.
My name is Sir Gideon Ofnir, and I'm smarter than everyone.
This is Alexander Iron Fist, or Iron Fist Alexander, or Mr. Fist, whatever you
Mr.
prefer to
Fist.
call. And I don't claim to be better or smarter than anybody. I'm better than Bert Kreischer.
Whoa, well, I was on Etsy the other day, and somebody made these cute little pantaloons, and they're all made out of ears. And I'm like, I love ears. I love eyes. So I ordered them.
You got some pantaloons coming.
I got some pantaloons, some pantalones, as they say. And this is Elden Dogs, your favorite podcast about Elden Ring and no longer needing to kill time until the DLC.
Yeah.
And Elden Ring and Elden Ring. And yes, today is a party in the Roundtable Hold. That's what I put down on the outline for today, which is party rocking in the lands between, I guess.
I've just had Darude Sandstorm playing all day.
I believe it's Darude.
I don't care.
No.
I've said it how I'm going to say it forever.
We are recording this on Sunday, and that means that the DLC is coming Friday.
Yeah.
You know what sucks is I have a life with social obligations.
Yeah, me too. Plus, I have Indie Games Month, but I did catch up on the boys.
I have one more boys to watch, but so before we get into today's topic, which is stupid and fun, silly questions, and we're going to do a little drinking. What does Elden Dogs look like with the DLC? So next month is Indie Games Month. So if you're listening to this on the main feed, that means you're not going to be getting Elden Dogs for probably at least a month and a half after this. And if you're listening to this on Patreon, our goal is to have another episode out in a couple weeks. But if we don't have enough time with the DLC, we might push it back and just like do double episodes late, like 3 or 4 weeks out from today. So we're not sure. We'll see. There's a lot of DLC to get into, and I don't want to rush anything.
Yep. And with Indie Games Month, I've been playing Pizza Tower earlier today. Mm-hmm. Just getting a little taste of that.
You should get all of Indie Games Month done that you can before Friday.
The big one is I got to get Senua 2 done because I'm got to be like right at the end of 1.
Senua 2 is about, I'd say, 7-8 hours your first time.
That's easy. I can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah. Pizza Tower is, I think I've played it enough to where I can start putting it down.
So
I'm all free up for the DLC soonish.
So it looks like we have like 30 questions that some of them have been submitted to us by our Patreon supporters, and a lot of them have been made up by me. And so we're going to jump around. If there's one you want to do, we'll jump to that one. I'm going to throw the first one out, though. Bar crawl with 3 NPCs from Elden Ring.
This might be the question that I thought the most about.
Yeah.
And I really put a lot of thought into it, and I think I got a solid lineup.
Okay, let's see how much we overlap.
Okay. My first choice is Kale.
No, you can also choose yourself, since you are not actually Alexander Iron Fist.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Kale, the
Yep.
merchant. I thought he'd just be a good time. And then EG.
Okay.
I chose EG. I want to get to know him more.
I imagine EG goes to bed early. The dude reads books all day.
Which is why my third pick makes sense then, because I thought the same thing. I was like, he might be like a little bit of a buzzkill, but I want to get to know him a little better.
He's a glass of wine type guy.
Yeah, he's gonna add a little bit of flavor to the bar crawl.
As a troll, though, he would be a jug of wine type guy.
And then obviously Alexander.
Okay.
For my third choice. But I like my lineup, and I thought a lot about that.
So, great choices. I also chose Merchant Kale.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I was going to catch you off guard with that one.
No, Kale, he's a traveler.
He's going to have stories.
He plays music. He's got stories. Hopefully he doesn't, like, if he dropped acid, it could see a bad trip.
Yeah.
Kind of tragic past. No, but Kale, friendly guy. As I was thinking, who is friendly and jovial and might want to just have fun. And Kale was one of the only ones I could think of. Iron Fist Alexander, of course. If I had to choose someone who's the best man for your wedding, it'd be Iron Fist Alexander.
Yeah, he's a party.
And number 3, I went Witch Hunter Jaren.
Okay.
Gives a great speech, knows how to get a lot of people together.
That's a good one.
He seems loud. He seems like we might get in like a few fun scraps together. As long as the subject doesn't turn towards witches, because he is very much against witches. Otherwise, I think he's got flashy style, and he throws the Radon Festival. This dude knows how to organize a party.
Yeah, he does know how to party. That's a good pick.
Yeah. I thought I was happy with that.
Well, am I picking the next one then?
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. So then I would say, if you could add any character to, what character would you add to Mortal Kombat?
What character would you add to Mortal Kombat? This one I didn't think too hard on because there was just one that was obviously who they would choose.
I have 2.
Okay. Well, I'm going to choose one that you have. Melania, Blade of Mikola.
I did not pick.
I think Melania is an obvious choice because I'd say she is the most recognizable out of all of the characters in the game. She has flashy moves, and she looks badass. I could see her standing up to Scorpion or Shang Tsung, and she wouldn't have a lot of different things to say to people, but she only says a few things, and that's all that matters.
She would be a very good choice.
I think she'd be good.
My first thought was Insha, the dude that like comes at you in the round table hold.
He's too much of a tryhard.
That was my first choice, and then I thought about it a little bit more, and I was like, who has like? I didn't want to go with a boss. Essentially, like I was trying to like pick somebody different. Yura,
Yeah.
the Bloody Finger Hunter, Yura would make an excellent choice. I think.
Great look.
Yep, super into. I mean, looks like it could be a Mortal Kombat character already.
I can see the one like the versus screen where they like looking at each other in that like low hat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be really dope.
Raiden and him would have a comment to each other. It's like,
Nice hit.
nice hat. You too. Fight.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I like that pick. We're going to take a shot of some vanilla cheesecake liqueur from Eagle Park here to celebrate the DLC is coming.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And it's not really a shot. It is a liqueur. We don't have to drink this whole thing. It's a lot.
I took a sip.
It is good, though.
I woke up this morning and I just couldn't believe like how good I'm eating lately with House of the Dragon, The Boys, new 21 Pilots album, brand new Elden Ring DLC. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much shit that I have to consume.
We're drowning.
I know. It's like I can't find which way is up right now.
We just got home from a trip to Minnesota, and it's like we have to watch The Boys, we have to watch House of the Dragon, we have to watch the newest Doctor Who. I'm excited for that one, despite the season being kind of a mixed bag, but mostly great. Our next question, though, keeping it in the same field, if you could add any character to be a guest skater in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Now, I put 3. It doesn't need to be 3, but it just reminded me of Darth Maul and Tony Hawk. So
I went with Ronnie.
Okay.
Because
she's doing like the Christ air up there with 4 arms.
she's got 4 arms, yeah, which the Christ Air was the first thing I thought of, but
Yeah.
she could probably do some pretty sick grab tricks. And then on top of that,
Yeah, she could do grab moves that no one else can do.
she's got like, correct me if I'm wrong, but she has like ice ability, right? She is, she's
yep.
frosty.
Yeah, she's frosty.
I could see a way to where she just starts freezing shit, and then all of a sudden the mid-level would turn into like snowboarding.
I could also see her and Goro having something to say in Mortal Kombat too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Arm wrestle, arms wrestle.
Arms wrestle.
I went with Margit the Fell Omen.
Wow, that's cool.
Yes, I think Margit is very recognizable. I could just see. I don't know why Margit just jumped into my head as someone who'd probably be sick at skating.
It would be cool if like, as he was like pumping to get more air, he would like take his little staff thing and like use that instead of his foot sometimes. That'd be cool.
He could have like foolish ambitions. Could be one of his moves. He could put it to rest or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Margit just seemed like the obvious choice. Margit in an Etnies shirt just sounded funny to me.
Well, I can get this one out of the way. If you could undo any event in the game, what would you choose? Everybody can say it with me. Bach? Next? I don't think I need to explain myself.
The Nameless Eternal City getting destroyed by Estelle.
Oh, so you went with like an event that you didn't cause.
Yeah, it does. Either way is good.
Oh, that actually makes that question a lot more interesting because I just thought of the shit that I did, and I felt bad about very little except for Bach.
Yeah. You probably did a lot of bad things.
I did.
Do you let the dung eater out of the cell?
Of course I did.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Nameless Eternal City would have been a very cool place to visit. Also, if Estelle hadn't totally wrecked the Nox, maybe shit would have been much worse. We don't know. What if they created their own god and shit got out of control? Either way, whatever's happening down there at the Nameless Eternal City, I mean, that's where the roots of the Erdtree is. That's where they wound up putting Godwin. I would like to see what would have happened there. Okay, this one's a tough one. This is a big one because I wrote a lot for this.
Okay.
Give me a bad elevator pitch about how this game is a romantic comedy.
See, and that's one that I was thinking on, and I think I put too much pressure on myself because I didn't really write down my answer, but I got it swimming in my head a little bit.
Okay, what do you got?
So I had to take myself out of it, like not my player, but like so I'm talking about the lore of the game, right? Like the idea of Elden Ring as a whole.
It could be anything. Anything could be romantic comedies. It could be about Radagon or America fucking herself.
That's where I went with it. Was like, well, I'll just do it myself, like a Thanos style.
Yeah,
so like
I'll just fuck myself, and then she snaps her fingers, and then she's Radagon.
Yep, yeah. That's literally exactly like a Thanos snap was what I was going for.
Anything else to your pitch?
Not really. That question irritated me the most out of any of them because I was like, if anybody should be able to come up with a good elevator pitch for this, it should be me, and I didn't do it well.
Okay, mine is in the form of a movie trailer.
I love that.
Okay, so this is movie theater voice. Meet Tarnished, Chris Pratt. He's new in town, and he's always been a bit maidenless. And it shows the Tarnished walking to the lands between, and Vari pours a drink over his head. While he's never had any luck, let's just say he's ready to get hurt again. And then many shots of him getting killed by dragons, imps, and dogs. But he's looking for love in all the wrong places, flirting with Hyetta, and then she eats eyeballs. And then in Kaled, he goes, "What the fuck?" Right when he's about to swear. And he'll learn that the greatest quest of all is finding the courage to follow his heart. And then I went with Millicent as his romantic interest, played by Margot Robbie.
Okay.
So I know you're dying and everything, but maybe we could grab a chili dog sometime. And then the Salisbury Hill theme song comes on. Coming up on Salisbury Hill. From the creators of Game of Thrones and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Elden Ring. That's what I got.
That's so good.
Because they go on an adventure together and he saves her. I think that's okay before she kills herself.
I like that.
That's all I got. I thought it was okay.
That question intimidated me. I was like, that I need to come up with something really good for that, and then fumbled the bag entirely.
He's a bit maidenless, and then Vari just pours a drink over his head. I like that.
It.
Yeah.
Number 5, if you could bring a character from any other video game to the lands between, who and why?
Okay. I have a few different ideas. Someone who I think that would thrive is Asterion from Baldur's Gate 3.
Ooh, I like that choice.
He would fuck everyone over on purpose, and actually, he might accidentally help someone by trying to fuck him over.
Yeah.
I put II from Super Monkey Ball.
Just for funsies?
I'd like that. I think they should mod more monkey balls into games. But the one that I wound up choosing was Doom Guy.
Doom Guy's a good one.
Just fucking charging through the map.
I went with Geralt of Rivia.
Naturally.
Yep. And I did think about Duke Nukem popped into my head at one point. I was like, Duke would be pretty funny because he'd have a bunch of zingers and one-liners that he'd throw at people. But Geralt of Rivia is a monster hunter who has magic. So, like, he wouldn't even need to study incantations. or sorceries. He would just know a handful of them immediately.
I don't know enough about witchers. I've read one of the books, but they're born with magic, right?
Yeah. It's all the hand signing.
If there's anyone that I think would be fine in the Lands Between, it is Geralt.
Yeah. And I think I chose that because a long time ago somebody had like made their character Geralt of Rivia like in the Lands Between and did a whole video about it. I thought it was very funny.
I mean, the real choice though would have been Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah,
Margit, I'm gonna come down there to Stormvale and I'm gonna
the cream rises to the top.
I'm the creamiest tarnished. All right, let's stay on this first page here. In what area do you think a Taco Bell would most likely succeed?
This was a very easy one for me. This is probably the fastest I came up with an answer.
I think how fast it is, I'm already second guessing it.
I said Caelid.
There's not a market there.
No, because
There's no market.
you're
for it.
not going to know if you have scarlet rot or diarrhea. Like it's perfect.
No.
Like you feel bad all the time. You're not going. They'll have zero. They'll have a blue A in their window at all times.
I'm declaring shenanigans.
That was so fast.
I would open up a Dairy Queen. I would open up an ice cream place in Caelid, and I think you would slay.
Why?
Because it's hot and horrible outside. You want to go and have an ice cream.
Everybody likes Taco Bell though.
Either that or like Cafe India, I think would do okay in Caelid.
Yeah, they probably do.
They could handle that.
Where did you pick then?
The Stormvale Castle Mini Mall. Right next to, what is the shoe source? Just Deckers? Stretchers? Skechers,
yeah.
I don't buy a lot of shoes. I imagine if there's like a little mini mall in Stormvale, there's a lot of mercenaries, which means they're getting paid money.
See, but you're doing it logically, and I was thinking about what Taco Bell does to your body.
No, the question is where would it succeed? And I think that would be, that's where I think the most sane people are. Even if they're working for the biggest douchebag in the world, they're still working. It's like a job. Nobody likes their job.
That's true.
Yeah. If I also just want a mini mall in Stormvale.
Also, Limgrave would probably just work just because it's so even keel.
A lot of wandering nobles.
Yeah, a lot of, and you can only eat so much gold-tinged dung before you're like, Taco Bell does taste better.
Don't tempt me.
All right, let's see. What NPC made you the most horny?
Oh, great question. Great question. I put in a confused way, Fia. The first time that she says, "Would you want me to hold you?" I'm like,
Actually, it has been a very long time.
I turned around and I walked over and I closed the door really slowly. And then it was just she wanted to get my essence so some people could fight for her. Yeah, I'd say Fia, although none of them really did a lot for me.
None of them really did a lot for me either. And I said,
Ronnie's 4 hands, that's fine.
I have a joke. I have a jerk off joke about that.
Okay.
It was 4 hands, duh.
Yep.
Ronnie.
4 hands, 1 cup.
Yep. But also Fia, because I think Ronnie has the most, like, on Reddit, there's the most people that do fan art about her. So, like, I've seen a bunch of different images of Ronnie, not like Rule 34 stuff, just more imagery of her.
Yeah.
And sometimes people make her look kind of hot.
Yeah, but also she is a puppet. That's not a real body.
I know. But then you told me she's actually a redhead. So I had to factor that into it.
But then you're dealing with a two-armed redhead, someone who's also a deadhead.
So she loves the Grateful Dead. This is great.
You like that? To me, that's a negative.
Oh, no, I'm down with that.
Okay.
So Ronnie's like a dub. But I also did say Fia for that exact, because she's really the only person in the game that shows you any, like, what seems like compassion early on.
And I think Dialos is probably pretty fuckable.
That dude's slinging dick all over the Lands Between.
That dude's a little piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Let's do a question from one of our listeners here. We'll go to Phil. Just Phil. What god decided to make rune bears that aggressive?
The same god that put a man's G-spot in his ass is my answer. Evil.
You're bringing bears into the equation too.
Evil. Yes. No. An evil man does. An evil god.
I put down nobody makes decisions for a rune bear. Their aggression probably stems from their inability to die, the lack of being able to find a proper mate, and some tarnished asshole disturbing their sleep.
Every time I see a rune bearer, I think of like it's just a late 70s, early 80s wrestler just roided out and full of coke.
Yeah.
Is all I see.
Yeah.
Because they're ready to go.
They don't.
At all times.
Yeah, I see like an American Gladiator.
Yeah, they're just no stop.
This rune bear's name is Laser.
Meet his brother Blazer.
You get a 2-second head start, and then Laser's fucking sprinting after you. And he's on coke and Adderall today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bad combo.
Yeah.
Bad cocktail for Blazer today.
And he gets a bonus if he catches you. And we don't pay him that much. He's motivated.
What weapon would you like to see added to the game? Number 16.
Great.
I have 2.
Okay.
1, an AR-15. I'm just super curious.
Put Halo's rocket launcher in there.
If you gave me an AR-15 in the lands between, I wonder what kind of damage I could do.
Well, the Supreme Court of Lanedell is working on it.
And then the next one that I picked was like spectral weapons.
Okay.
So this is kind of like it's not really a weapon, but like being able to conjure a weapon. Like if you had an incantation that you could conjure either a piercing, a bludgeoning, a slashing, like whatever type does best against that enemy.
Yeah.
And being able to switch it like essentially mid-fight by casting and recasting.
Yeah.
I thought that would be a pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really play Bloodborne because all those weapons are trick weapons. So they're either like there's 2 versions of them, so they can be one thing, or you hit a button and it changes to a different weapon.
Yeah, the one that I used was like the cleaver thing.
But it's also like a long range cleaver.
Yeah, because you can like
shorter.
Yeah.
You're gonna love my answer. I put down a folding chair.
By God, he hit him with a steel chair.
It's a strength and dex weapon. For the unique one I'm going to create, I put the round table folds.
The round table fold.
The lore is somebody stole it from the round table hold when they left. And I don't know. I don't know much else beside it with the thought of just having a big wind up with a folding chair. That made me very happy.
I wonder if anybody's done that. There's so many modders. I wonder what cool weapons are in the game. Someone has to have put a steel chair in there.
I hope so. I don't think that's going to be a type added in the Shadow of the Erdtree, but yeah.
It did make me think about the attack shields that are coming, and I just got more excited about that with that question.
Fuck yeah. Enemies you feel the worst about killing.
The worst about killing?
Number 10.
Number 10. So I said the wolves was the first one that popped in my head because they're just wolves doing their thing. That's not like they aren't really doing anything wrong. They're just wolves doing their business.
They're just animals.
Yeah, and sometimes I just happen upon them when I'm on torrent, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? And then they come at me, and then I kill them for the runes, and then I feel bad.
They're really one of the only creatures in the lands between that just seem to have like a healthy social structure. Because other wolves just hang out and they work together, and there's nothing weird about them. They're just wolves.
Yeah,
I guess ants maybe.
The only weird thing is, though, they're like conjured out of a tornado sometimes. That doesn't make any sense.
That is weird.
That's odd.
Could you imagine? I mean, that's someone saw Shark. Miyazaki's like saw Sharknado. He's like, okay. Coming up next? Giant crayfish NATO.
What is somebody who lives in Wyoming's biggest fear? A tornado of wolves.
Liberals.
And then for the other one, I put you said number 10, the demi-humans, because also like they seem to have like a social structure and like get along. And a lot of times I'm fighting enemies and they come in and fight the same enemies and then we just end up fighting each other.
See, to me, though, they're smart enough to know better. The fact that Bach is a demi-human.
He's different, though.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you're wise enough to know better and you're still a dick, I still would feel bad about killing him. I put down, the first thing I thought of was jellyfish. Because they generally don't aggro, and they're quite possibly the spirits of dead children.
I didn't kill them.
Yeah, I didn't after I found out about it. And the other one I put down was turtles.
I didn't kill turtles either.
They got that juicy turtle neck meat, though, and that is very valuable. When you need that extra vigor.
That's true.
Vigoragra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vigoragra.
Vigoragra.
If your neck has been stiff for more than 4 hours, please consult the Turtle Pope.
Please call Muriel. This is exciting.
So what enemies did you feel the best about killing then? If those
I got a
made you feel
couple.
bad.
I got a couple.
I got 3.
Yeah, I got 3 as well. We'll go back and forth. For my lowest, for my number 3, I put down imps. I put down they don't have a soul. There's fucking little stone monsters that I really hate.
Any of the fucking rats. Any of them.
You don't
The
like
little ones and the big ones. I did not feel bad about killing them because they're sneaky. Mm-hmm. No matter how high a level you are, you get cornered by too many rats, you're fucked.
If somebody had a pet rat in a cage, that's fine. But any rat in the wild, it's open season.
Yeah.
Especially when you're half dead and your organs are showing. If I can see your spleen, you are going to die.
I also thought about it in like real life. Like if I'm getting attacked by an animal, like if a squirrel comes at me in real life.
Yeah.
I've been attacked by one squirrel.
That's amazing. I wish I was there. I've been chased by a squirrel once.
One jumped at me out of a tree when I was in high school.
I love it.
And I threw him.
I love it.
I threw him.
Why'd you grab him?
Because he was on me.
No, but how'd you grab him? By the tail or
by his back? So he was on my chest. And
what was he doing?
He was going at me. He was clawing me. I had scratches and stuff. He didn't bite me though, and it all happened very fast. I was walking with my girlfriend at the time. He jumped out of a tree, and he did the little like clicking thing at me, the sound they make.
I didn't know about this.
They make a weird sound that's like a clicking sound. It's like he did that, and then he jumped at me.
This is horrifying.
Landed on my chest, grabbed him, and then just by his back, and just yeeted him into somebody's yard. And I didn't kill him, but he landed on the ground and ran away.
Truly unsettling.
If an animal that was relatively my size attacked me, I would try to kill it. And that's how I justified the rats.
Great answer. I mean, I don't like them as well.
Put a lot of thought into that.
Number 2, I put Shabriri.
I don't feel bad about that.
He killed our homie. He tries to manipulate us to cause the flame of frenzy, which I'm kind of into regardless, but the fact that you're manipulating me is negative. And I overall just don't like the guy. His presence is wrong, and he killed my homie. So Shabriri, what I do is I pretend I'm okay with him, and then I turn around and kill him, so I have to head start.
That's good.
I don't feel bad about Shabriri.
Gostok.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So you think anyone who steals from you deserves the death penalty?
No.
Yeah.
But when
3 times, yes.
When we did that episode and I found out what he was doing behind my back,
you were livid.
I was a little angry. So yeah, this next playthrough, as soon as I met him, I killed him. Did not feel bad about it.
Okay, my number 1, Revenants.
Okay.
Revenants, they deserve it. They're aggro as hell. They can teleport. They have 35 arms. They have the faces of children. And everything about them is nightmare fuel.
I went with Godskin Nobles because of how frustrated they made me.
I need to...
And I felt like that was a cop-out.
I need to understand them more. I'd like to know about them. Like, if I could have a conversation with them.
Like a cup of tea?
Yeah, you know?
I did feel like my Godskin Nobles answer was a little bit of a cop-out, though, just because of how much they frustrated me in the game. So I did add as like a bonus answer.
Okay.
The creepy cult old ladies. Didn't feel bad about that.
The windmill ladies, the dancers.
Slaughtered
the Diminula dancers.
I slaughtered all of them.
Okay.
And at one point I was like, this is bad. And then it was fine in the end.
Well, at least they stick to themselves. They only dance until you attack them.
I know. I totally earned that one.
Yeah.
But I had just watched Midsummer, and it was a whole thing.
I think if I was in Midsummer, I would do okay. Because I would have respected the fuck out of their culture.
When dude jumps off the cliff, you would have been like, this is fine.
I wouldn't have said anything. I'd have been like, okay. Like...
I probably would have been plotting my escape at that point.
No, you understand how different cultures work. You listen to hardcore history. Just because someone does something different, it's not bad. I mean, and honestly, do you want to see somebody spend 30 years in a nursing home when their quality of life draining?
That's true. I mean, I don't
but when Winterfell sends their old men to die or something, it's fine, right?
No, it's not. It's not fun.
You don't think it's fine?
It's fine.
Like the North, they're like, just send us somewhere to fucking get a good death.
The Greybeards.
The Greybeards.
Yes.
Very disappointing scene. Okay, let's do another one from a fan. I added another wrinkle of this. I don't know if it got on your outline. Claire says, "What kind of iPod do you think Gideon uses?" And then I added, "And what music is on there?"
All right. Music is not on mine. It just says what kind of iPod. I went with the iPod clip.
The clip?
Do you remember the clip?
No.
The clip was essentially just a clip. It was just it's probably about like maybe an inch by 2, not even an inch by an inch. It's just this tiny little clip. And he can clip it onto himself and go about his business reading and stuff. And I bet you off the dome, he's probably listening to like, it's either some sort of classical music so that he can just focus, or it's Rammstein. And there's very little in between. But I also
I like Rammstein because it's like an uneducated answer to like what's hardcore, like weird European music. Rammstein is the easiest, like first thing that pops up on Google. So no, he's not nuanced about it, but he wants to sound smart.
Yes.
I put down definitely the newest iPod. He needs to be up to date on whatever's cool.
See, I went with the weird one that nobody had.
And he sent Ensha to go wait in line for him.
Oh, that makes sense then, yeah.
As far as his music, I put down, I imagine classic rock. I think Gideon would be snobby about modern music.
So he's just like reading tomes and books, just like hammering out notes to like 38 Special or Bad Company.
I think he found what he likes early on. And he would also listen to modern music with distaste. He would listen to, he'd put JoJo Siwa on and listen to like her newest song, be like, this is fucking bad. And he'd listen to Taylor Swift's like, this is bad. He listened to Eminem, he's like, this is okay.
Yeah. Then he puts on like, hold on loosely.
I put down,
don't let go.
I think his favorite band would be The Who.
Ooh, I could see that.
Somewhat pretentious band who's a little up their ass, but they do have a couple really good bangers.
See, I also could kind of envision him being into like Tool or Primus, like smart rock.
I don't know. I think Gideon is too pretentious. I think that he's trying to be sounding smart, and that's why he chooses. It's like I won't choose Zeppelin and I won't choose the Beatles. I'll choose The Who, which
I see. Yeah, I see your reasoning.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be obvious. He wants to sound a little smarter than everybody, so he chooses not the obvious one.
I'm changing my answer to Primus now that I had a second to think about it.
Primus is too cool. I don't think Gideon's that cool. Gideon's a nerd.
But all of my Primus friends are nerds.
But not like Gideon.
No, he takes it to a new level.
Either way, I think we're both right.
I haven't been marking mine off. I need to glance at your numbers.
No worries, just choose one.
See which one. What's 13?
Why does you read it?
Why does everyone hate me in the lands between? So this is a question that you're going to answer about yourself, and I'm going to answer about myself, correct? Or vice versa?
I just put down a list of my crimes.
Oh, I said I want to say it's my chipper attitude and my can-do spirit, but it's probably because I won't stop talking about this new band I heard. Because I show up and I just say yes to everything.
Greetings, Fari. Have you heard of My Chemical Romance?
Yeah. Have you heard of this band called Diet Life?
Maidenless. So yours was your enthusiastic disposition.
Yeah, and the fact that I won't shut up. Because I did the whole yes man run, and I feel like people would just be like, I think he just agrees to everything.
I don't know if he's even reading what we say. Or
I don't think he listens.
Does he even know what the voice sounds like?
He doesn't even know what an Elden Lord is, and he's just there.
I'm very guilty of clicking through dialogue.
Yeah. So that's probably mine. I don't listen. And I was a yes man throughout the entire thing. Because a yes man, you can't trust him. Especially once they realize, like, he just says yes to anything. Maybe we can manipulate him, and I still end up on the throne. That's got to be infuriating.
Yeah. It's just we're so successful that despite being a yes man, we still get the demigods done.
Yeah, it's called failing upwards.
And we do it great. My list of crimes is long. Theft, desecration, grave robbing, treason, assault, vandalism, murder, deicide.
Deicide.
If you didn't know, I've been killing some gods. usurpation, genocide. I killed a lot of Albinorics, dude. Dark rituals. I don't know if that's a crime, but I got dark rituals and just being an overall piece of shit. I did help a couple of people once, but honestly, I'm probably not looked at. There's a wanted poster in most castles. Yeah.
I think I think people are going to look at that, though, and be like, we're not fucking with that guy.
Yeah. But still, that's why they hate me. Anyways, I think that was a lot.
That was quite the confession.
Yeah, I apologize to everybody. I'm going our last one in the top 10, our first 10 questions. I have hide and seek in Lane Dell. Now, in Lane Dell and all of the Royal Capital, if you had to hide one place for a game of hide and seek, not an invasion. This isn't like somebody looking for you to kill. This is just general hide and seek. Kevin McAllister from the Bandits, where are you hiding?
Okay, yeah. I originally wrote, what?
Because you didn't understand the question.
I didn't understand the question. It just says hide and seek in Lane Dell. And I was like, is this like a mini game we're going to be doing? Like, does Brad have visual aids when I show up?
I wish. That'd be fun. That's like, where's Waldo? But it'd be, where's Bernal?
Does this count the
you can go
the
underground.
Sewers? Yeah, because the sewers is my first guess. My first instinct is like somewhere down there, but it's dangerous.
I wouldn't want to be down there.
And the dung eater's down there. But if I let the dung eater out of his cell and then I hide in his cell, no one's visiting him.
Also, he's tied up, so you could just... Well, also, he would immediately rat you out to get somebody else in the cage.
That's true, yeah.
But if you let him out, no one's coming there.
What if I let him out, kill him, and then hide?
You'd kill him and put his armor on and go sit in the chair.
That'd be a good one.
That's a good one.
Otherwise, like, inside the dragon.
And you thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Yeah. No, but if I could get inside the dragon...
You're going to go inside Grand Sax.
Yeah, no one's going in there.
You're gross. You are gross, sir.
I would say that's two of the best possible places you could hide.
Well, I put... the first thing, you can't hide under America's bed because it's made out of stone.
Okay.
It's just a giant fucking slab of stone. You can hide under a blanket, but I wouldn't want that. Ideally, I would want to hide inside a building with corpse wax, blocking all access, but you can't. So I put down, there's a small gazebo by the access to the subterranean shunning ground where you see one of those lions, and you have to jump on top to get an item from a higher area. I would go on top of that gazebo and just lay down and not move for the entire game. I would just stay there. And I think I would do pretty well because I'm good at hiding and just fucking turning my brain off for 2 hours if I have to.
Do I get to bring my like wireless headset with me? Can I just pop on a podcast? Because Dan Carlin just put out a 4-hour episode.
See, you're not going to hear anything then. What if I fart?
I'm going to be hidden so well. I just need to entertain myself.
Yeah, Carlin did put out a new episode.
I know. I started listening to it today.
I want Dan Carlin to do a Elden Ring episode.
I would appreciate if he didn't do an episode that was 4 hours long. So
America didn't know.
Oh, dude, that'd be so good.
Genghis Radagon.
Genghis. If you could graft any animal or any creature from the lands between to be your beast regent, what would you choose?
Now, so this is in the spirit of Godfrey, who's got Sirash, a giant lion on his back. Now, Godfrey has the perk of being a giant motherfucker, demigod status, like big dude. So my first thought was, I'm a regular sized dude.
So you need a regular size graft.
If I grafted a rune bear to me,
you're gonna be way top heavy.
I'd be very top heavy. I'd fall over, and that wouldn't be good. I'm like, spirit collar snail was my next thought, which could be cool but kind of gross.
Yeah, that's a little gross.
And I said something. I went with something a little weird. A giant bat.
A giant bat.
I wouldn't like having the giant bat have a head and be there, but otherwise I got wings. And maybe I could fly. I'd be like Man Bat from Batman.
That's not bad.
That or I put Finger Creeper. But that's not, I don't know.
If I grafted a giant crab. to my back.
Yeah.
Would I just then be in control of a giant crab?
No.
Because-
Because Sirash constantly like bites Godfrey to keep him sane, like to keep him from being a madman.
Okay, so the crab's gonna fuck me up then.
Also, the bat's not. I'm going to be upside down all night.
yeah,
Yeah.
not a great choice.
Not a great choice.
I mean, the only feasible one for like the player's scale is the wolf. You had a wolf head like peeking over your shoulder. That also looks pretty cool. But then Blythe is gonna get real jealous.
I like that though. The wolf was one of them that I was thinking of. Fucking put a vulgar militia on your back.
That'd be dope too.
You're like you get in a bar fight and he just talks shit behind you.
Yeah,
Fuck you, dude. Every time I say something, he's like, yeah, fuck you. I'm like, thanks, man.
I'd name him like Mesmer.
Yeah?
Yeah, just because if he's gonna talk shit, then I at least want him to have try to be smart.
Yeah.
Try to be clever with it.
He wouldn't. We're going to take a quick break and grab another beer, and we'll be right back. For this very special episode of Elton Dogs, we are drinking Miller Lite. This is the super patriotic America can bottle, aluminum bottle.
Designed by Kid Rock.
Is it?
No.
I could see it. Yeah, I bought this to get a free Summerfest ticket. So I feel weird drinking a Miller Lite aluminum bottle with an American flag on it, but I guess I'm just showing my colors.
Well, that means I'll be going, because I'm going to buy one on my way home. But I'm buying tickets to see Motley Crue and Buckcherry.
Well, are they on paid stages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that'll get me into the festival for free. So then this is just a bonus.
If you have paid tickets, you get into the festival.
Yeah.
You don't have to, well, you still get into the festival regardless. You don't have to, like,
But I'm going to drink the beer anyway, and I get a free ticket, which means I just go a second day.
that's what you should do.
That's what I'm going to do.
Is it my turn to choose one? Yes, yeah.
Sure.
What character should be the Elden Lord? Now, this could be
What number is that?
14. It could be demigod or NPC.
Oh, okay. So I like mine.
Okay.
Picture this.
Okay.
Hugh.
Does he have what it takes?
I don't know. But I
His-
like the rags to riches story.
His
He's like,
mind is like crazy.
I know, but then you give him ultimate power. I'm not saying it's going to be a happy ending, but it'd be awesome. And I would love to see Tom Hanks star in that biopic from
Tom
the rags
Hanks
to riches.
Tom
as
Hanks
Hugh.
is Hugh. Hugh Gump. I'm just trying to imagine what Hugh would be like as Elden Lord. So,
Well, you'd have the scene where like his chain comes off and he's like, I'm free.
I just don't think his brain is there, man. He's lost his sense of self.
And then he regains it by becoming Elden Lord.
Maybe.
And it makes him whole again.
Okay, if it makes him whole again, then I'm definitely in.
Yeah, rags to riches. People love it.
Man, this is tough. It's tough because no one deserves it. I put Morgoth is one of the more deserving because he has been ruling in secret for a while, the Shrouded Lord. And he loves the Golden Order and he just wants to be a part of it, but he is an omen and shunned. So part of me is like, let him have it. Let him have a little bit of fun. But also, he is a bad guy and the Golden Order is bad.
Yeah.
My thought, Godfrey would be good.
Godfrey wouldn't be bad.
I don't think he'd be bad, with or without Sirash. Even if he's professional wrestler Horalu.
Honestly, that'd be the coolest.
If you upset the president and he pile drives you, that's not happening in America.
No, it's not. Although a lot less people would filibuster
No.
because then all of a sudden you'd have Joe Biden just fucking
Oh, I'm coming for you.
Nancy Pelosi, stay down there.
Nancy Pelosi, you better watch your back. I'm going to take your plane and put it in a nosedive. Ah.
Dude, cocaine in the 80s was crazy.
Ultimate Warrior, man. Wow. I'm a big fan.
Dude, that guy's heart exploded.
It's fucking, it sucks to die, but that's a cool way to go. But my real answer, Alexander,
Hey, yeah, that'd be a good one.
the Age of Jars.
Dude,
Everyone's a jar.
that's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, the Age of, I don't know. I'm just,
He's constantly trying to test himself. And I think
he eats dead people.
So
which is one. That's a negative. The only
no,
negative I can think, though.
he could cut the spending on public cleanup because he'll just do it himself.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
You can't just eat your problems, Alexander. I actually can.
Yeah.
I really can do this. And I'm going to.
Yeah, Alexander would be a good choice. I can get behind that.
I'm all in on Alexander.
There was one about a metal band.
Yes.
What number is that?
It's one of the later ones.
Oh, 25.
Yeah.
What would you name your Elden Ring themed metal band?
So many.
Okay.
So many. So let's just... I have 4. How many do you got?
I have one and an album title.
Okay. My first one, Rivers of Blood.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's a layup. Second one, America's Tits.
Okay.
Because that's like kind of saying fuck, or it's like a expletive in the lands between.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I thought you were just being gratuitous.
No, that's what they say, like America's Tits. That was like, fuck me. That's how you say America's
Yeah.
Tits.
Okay.
Destined Death.
That's a good one.
But the one that I put at the top is Iron Fist.
That's good.
Yeah. There's so many, though. You can't really go wrong.
My band name would be, and it's this way on purpose. Have you ever watched, what is the movie with Brendan Fraser, Adam Sandler, and Steve Buscemi where they take a radio station?
Airheads.
Their band name is the Lone Rangers.
Okay.
And you remember there's a scene where they're like, how are you lone if there's multiple of you? You can't be the Lone Rangers.
So
It
you'd be
should
the Lone
Rangers.
Wolves?
No, it is the One Fingers. And it's they would be the middle fingers.
So dumb. We're the One Fingers.
And this is off of our debut album, Tri-Finger Butthole.
There's 3 people in the band.
Yes.
Yeah. Tri-finger.
Tri-Finger Butthole.
Okay, you win. You get 10 points for that one.
10 points. Yeah, the One Fingers.
You get 10 points. All right. Judge Tempest says, roundtable hold renovations. You can add any room or redecorate. What are you changing?
This was easy for me. Lands Between is rough. It's tiring. It's gross out there. I want a spa. I want a spa. And I'd probably throw in a theater of some sort. I don't think they have films.
Have you been playing Ayuden Chronicle?
No,
Because it sounds like you have been.
I have not.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that makes
Because
me
when you
excited.
build your HQ, you can build a spa and you can build a theater.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
And then you can make any characters you want participate in plays in the theater. And they all have different dialogue. And then the spas, you take different people to spa, they have different dialogue with each other.
Yeah, because when I answered this question, I was thinking to myself as like the Elden Lord who was just like kind of going to the round table hold to chill out. I was like, I want a spa and I want a theater because I'm going to let then the merchants can play.
That's where I have the council. I'd go to the round table hole if I was Elden Lord, and I'd have everyone convene.
Yeah, like the small council, like in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And then when that's done, I can hit the spa or I can go to the theater and watch a play because I'm going to promote the arts.
As Elden Lord.
And the merchants are going to be able to play there. I'm going to bring all the merchants in because I feel bad about what happened to them.
There'll be a Taco Bell.
There'll be, yeah, it's on the lower level. You need 2 sword stone keys to get in.
Yeah. Sorry, this is a 2 stone sword key establishment.
Yeah.
I put down a training room where you can, I don't know how they could frame it, like you need to bring, after you defeat a boss, you get, it's like spirit ashes or its essence, and you could just re-challenge any enemy ad infinitum with variations in
Like
one, like it's a sim, like a enemy simulator.
Not
room.
like a boss rush or anything.
No, but one you can like scroll down and say, I want to fight this boss again or that boss again.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would work well in the area where you like jump over for the first time there, where like Rogier sits.
Yeah.
That'd be a good spot for it.
And there's a way to frame it to make sense where you fucking use their soul ashes.
Yeah, their essence.
You can use something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It lands between
But
magic.
I'd like that. I'd like the ability to re-challenge bosses without having to restart the game.
Yeah, that's true, because
Or
there
a
is
New
no
Game
way
Plus,
to do
yeah.
it.
No. Unless you're a computer player who is superior, but I'm not.
Number 26, create an Elden Ring themed beer.
Okay.
I got 2.
Okay.
All right, so my first one was a Death Blight Black IPA
That sounds heavy metal.
because nobody likes black IPAs.
I love it.
I have had one that I enjoy.
I love them. They're just super challenging and weird.
Yeah, but a Death Blight Black IPA that just rolls off the tongue so nicely.
Yeah.
And then for my second one, I would do like a habanero seltzer
Oh,
or like
interesting.
a habanero cider. I don't know which one it would work better. I think the cider would work better, like a spicy cider.
Yeah.
And it would be
I like that. That sounds
Right
refreshing.
Cards Hard Cider. Right Cards Hard Cider.
Right hard cider.
No, Right Cards Hard Cider.
Okay.
Because he's got such an ego, he wouldn't use his name as part of the...
And it's $14 at a sporting event.
100% it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's going to give you the shits real bad. Worse than the Taco Bell and Caled.
I don't have a good name for mine, but I came up with the beer style. Bourbon jar-aged stout
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
with Roa raisins and sweet raisins, which are the only fruits I could find in the lands between.
Damn.
So it's a little sweet. We could call it like the six-legged horse.
I like that.
That's okay. Yeah, but it's aged in a jar of bourbon. Alexander was very drunk that 6 months.
Yeah.
And
It
yeah.
fermented in him.
It's got some raisins in there. I imagine it would be a sweet dark beer. We'll call it a six-legged horse. You could also have a Lanedale lager, a Weeping Pale Ale.
You know, when I was going through, Weeping Pale Ale is the first one I came up with, but I was like,
It's a little easy.
it was easy. It was slam
Yeah,
dunk.
I wanted to create a beer from things that were in the lands between.
I went Weeping Pale Ale because I thought that it would be cool. I could see the can. It's like a rainy can with like somebody weeping.
Caled is so hot and miserable. You just have a Caled crusher, just like an ultra light pilsner.
I thought Limgrave IPA
Limgrave would be an
because
IPA.
it did kind of come off the tongue nicely.
Yeah. There would be the Altus Plateau would have a brown ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the mountaintops of the Giants would have a stout.
Yeah, they'd be stout.
They'd have a stout up there.
And for Mount Gelmir, I'm going like triple IPA. Those fucking assholes. It's a hazy IPA up there.
It's like a triple double dried hop
And
New England style.
And Haley-Tree's weird. They got a sour or like a
or a saison.
Yeah, they'll go saison. That's weird enough for them. Yeah. Okay.
That was a good question.
That's a good question. Let's go with create a new spirit ash from something in the game.
This one I determined on the way over here. I didn't write down an answer because I was trying to come up with a really cool one. And I wanted to come up with something that was like really blow your socks off sort of cool. But ultimately,
Okay.
just a giant fucking ant.
I have a theme for mine. Oh, and you're in my theme.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought like just the giant ant.
Yeah.
Like, give me one of them.
Anton.
Yes.
Anthony.
Anthony. Anton.
Anything with ant.
Oh, you're trying to name them.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out where you're going with that.
Yeah, anything with an ant.
Yeah. No, just a giant fucking ant. I think that'd be cool. I don't want the rider on him though.
No, that'd be a separate summon.
Yep. I just want a giant ant buddy.
Yeah.
That's like the size of the ant, though. He's going to be bigger than me. I want a big spirit ash.
I have a problem where I'd also want the spirit ash to be okay being summoned or like a Pokemon. Like, I want Pikachu to like me.
Yeah, and I feel like the ant would be like, all right, it's time to ride or die. Let's go.
Okay, so I have 4 that I chose.
Damn.
Let's see if you can tell what the theme is. Bone giants, those like giant, super large skeletons that get summoned.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Giant crayfish.
These are all big.
The giant silver tier, which is just a fucking ball.
Yep.
I love that ball. If there was I could just bring a ball that would just roll around at enemies. Yeah, and then the other one is fire giant.
So just giants.
Anything with giant.
Okay, so I was on.
You were
with-
right in the
yeah.
right in the lane.
I did think.
Imagine the fucking Santa sack of ashes you would need for the fire giant to summon though too.
It requires all of your FP and HP.
Whoosh.
And then you die, and then he just fights.
Yeah. I wish they were like a firework you set off when you did rather than ding a bell. It's like a Roman go. Pew!
It needs to be like one of those things at like the carnivals that like test your might, where you like hit the base and you try to knock the bell up top, you know, like to see how strong you are.
That'd be cool.
It needs to be one of those.
Like a mini game that determines how strong your enemy is. Like,
Yeah.
I only played the first 2 Gears of War games, but I love the reload system that they implemented.
Active reload.
Active reload. That's very cool.
Yeah.
And if there's a way to like your Spirit Ash, if you did like a certain button combination in a limited time or something.
Yeah, I like stuff like that where your skill pays off, but if you miss it, you just get like the base.
Yeah.
So it's you only get a bonus, it's no negative.
Well, it's a negative because you don't get a bonus.
Touche.
You penalize yourself.
That is true.
Yeah.
Your Elden Lord. What is your first decree? Number 27.
My first decree is
And I didn't put multiple. I picked just one because it's my first decree.
me too. My
Okay.
my first decree is the Albinarics are no longer a second-class citizen. They need to be treated with respect and not genocided.
Fuck.
Same
So
thing.
like you're actually delegating like off the bat.
Well, my first thing is just let quit killing Albinarics, everybody. They've got a rough lot in life, and I'm going to put my neck out for them.
So you're taking your job seriously immediately.
Yeah, well, I'm Elden Lord.
Okay, shit. Yeah, I went a different way with it.
We are having a concert tomorrow.
No, I was gonna say concert, mandatory music. No, more murals,
More murals.
public works.
You're a horrible leader, dude.
My first order of business is let's brighten this place up.
Imagine Otto Hightower or Tywin Lannister. The more murals.
I want more pretty things to look at, and it will.
I'm the Lord.
It will create more jobs. It's going to promote artistry. You guys can stop killing each other for a second and just paint some cool shit.
You are a horrible Elden Lord.
That was my first decree.
More murals. I'm into it, but that's like a day 3. That's week 3.
I'm dipping my toe into Elden Lord. I'm not making any decisions first day.
I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but I am disappointed. Let's do another one from a fan. Kip says, if Sir Gideon Ofnir had an original Sonic the Hedgehog character, what would they be?
Just fucking Sonic. I don't know.
No, it wouldn't. No, it's like Sonic's a hedgehog. Gideon is a blank.
Oh, okay. I totally misread
So
that.
I'll start. I put down Sir Gideon the Spider. He is manipulating everything in the lands between. He's got his fingers in every pot. He is needing to be everywhere at once. Spider's 8 arms. That's kind of what I was going with. Run me a little bit of Varys from Game of Thrones.
Okay, I totally misheard that. I was like, or misread it. I didn't know
Yeah.
what it meant. A spider would probably work pretty well. I also think that like a raven
Yeah.
would be a good one.
Yeah.
Because he's got probably spies everywhere, and he sees everything and hears everything.
Yeah.
And ravens are primarily used to communicate back in the olden times.
I like that.
I'd probably go raven.
I also put Scarab, Sir Gideon the Scarab.
Like the beetle?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Because I believe they're associated with him. That's my personal preference, listeners. Some people don't like that. I believe the Scarabs are Gideons. Come at me, bro.
I'm going to die on this hill.
I don't fucking care.
If you could give Torrent one more ability, what would it be?
I didn't even have to think.
A third jump.
No. That's fine, but it's not great. The triple jump is what?
that was my joke answer. The first one.
I'm like, what video?
Third jump.
What video game is a triple jump? Like some things have a double jump and then like a uppercut or something with nothing.
Yeah.
I was like 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
It's just too silly.
It's too much.
I put down glide.
Glide like Batman,
Glide, like if you jump off something high, you go 1, and then you hold it, and then
and you can, like Batman in the Arkham games,
Yeah.
where you can
necessarily
aim. Yeah, you can't necessarily sometimes gain elevation.
but you can aim somewhere and like glide and land on stuff. That way, it's not always jump from a high location, you die. You would able to like jump off and then glide down.
I wrote 4, and it was my thought process for the entire thing. So number 1 was a third jump because I thought it'd be funny. The ability to goat step up a mountain. You know how like goats, you'll
Yeah.
see them just like standing on the
So
side of a
Skyrim
mountain?
jumping.
Essentially, yeah, but like done well.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's kind of dumb. Flying would be dope. Like imagine if like you could fly,
Yeah.
but then that kind of eliminates the horse. But then I imagined like spectral
Pegasus.
wings
Like a
coming
little
out.
Pegasus.
Yeah, like
It'd be an upgrade you get at the end of the game.
Yep.
Yes.
I landed on D, gliding like Batman.
You did as well.
It's exactly what I wrote.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like Spyro.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into that. We're going to go ahead and do... We're running out of them here. We're getting through all of our questions very nicely today. Let's do from Judge Tempest. If you could give Celivis's potion to any NPC and make them a puppet, who are you choosing?
Hello, Vari. Get fucked.
Oh, oh, who's maidenless, huh? You call me? Oh, am I maidenless?
Oh, guess who's a puppet now, bitch?
Go back in your box.
Yeah. Get out of my face.
You were ready. You really have a problem with him.
You can see, like, and yeah, you can even see, I just wrote, hello, Vari. Get fucked.
He did. He did say that. Yes, for mine, I put number one, no.
Now you're not going to do it to anybody?
I have major moral quandaries with making somebody live forever as a puppet unwillingly. It seems really cruel. Even my worst enemy. I just seems like I would have moral issues with that. And then I put number two, Shabriri. Yes, I would do it to Shabriri.
Shabiri was my number 2.
Yeah. Get fucked. You had it coming, bro.
Let's see. What have we not done? Where from Judge Tempest? Where are you having your destination wedding?
Destination wedding. Great question. My destination wedding. I have two.
I have 2 as well.
Now, one of them is realistic, and one of them is fantasy. Because I couldn't afford to go to one of them.
Okay.
And the one I couldn't afford to go to is the Erdtree. If it is, I'd have like 6 people there. I couldn't
Yeah.
bring a big group. Plus, it'd be an expensive wedding, and I prefer to have something a little like smaller, more local, with more people there. So yeah, I put Erdtree as my ultimate destination spot.
My ultimate was Noxtella. Because
Awesome, yeah.
yeah, imagine the wedding, like the
You could wear traditional garb.
yep, and the wedding photos you're gonna get with the lighting down there. Like that's money.
But what if your great aunt Edna gets eaten by a great aunt?
That's gonna be rough, but it's the price you pay for.
But the party was still sick.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a good time.
My more realistic location was the Windmill Village, Dominula.
Oh, that's a good one.
If we can rent it out.
As long as you don't interrupt them, you should be fine.
As long as they're okay, it's like an Airbnb where they're not home. I would do the Windmill Village because it's very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as there's no Godskin nobles or apostles or crazy women who eat men. That's my stipulation.
No crazy women that eat men.
It's just tough stipulation, but yes.
My backup plan was pretty much anywhere in the Altus Plateau.
Okay.
But there's like
It's very pretty.
There's a castle like when you first get up there, like to the west, where I ran into a perfumer for the first time. It's
Yeah.
like a small little castle. It's like a kind of run down.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of quaint and cute.
The shaded castle.
Yeah, that might be cool.
It's all poison.
No, not that one. This isn't like a castle. It's like a building.
Oh, okay.
As soon as you get up there, you kind of head west. There's a cave to the northwest. You go
Yeah,
more
yeah,
to the
okay.
west. It's the first time I ran into a perfumer. He was there.
I'd love to, have a wedding in some like old ruins. That'd be super cool.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
It'd look good.
Yeah. I was thinking about the photography, so.
All right. What would be some fun missions for Sam Porter Bridges to deliver in the lands between?
The mountaintops of the giants would pose a threat.
What is he delivering?
See, that's what I couldn't figure out. Something to Conan O'Brien. Naturally.
You got anything else for your delivery?
I mean, it was tough to come up with like what he would be delivering. I was thinking more like the terrain that he would be going across. So like seeing him in Kaled obviously would be nuts.
Okay, so I had specific deliveries. So my first one was delivering various limbs to Godric.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just carrying like a giant troll leg on your back.
Yeah.
Also, Sam Porter Bridges would do horrible in the Lands Between. He could not thrive there.
Does he get Torrent?
No, it's Sam Porter Bridges. He might have a car.
He has a bike.
He has the bike would probably be the best.
Yeah. What if he set up like a series of zip lines?
Well, you also have to set him up, but yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, if he could get the zip line set up, he might be okay. As long as he stays away from Kaled and the Eagles.
And I put down the greatest delivery in all of Elden Ring, delivering Melania from Kaled to the Erdtree. Because that actually happened with the Clean Rot Knight Finley. So you actually have Melania strapped to your back, and you have to walk from Kaled
all the way to the Erdtree.
To the Erdtree. I'm going to say there's no motorcycle.
Yeah, no, it'd be like kind of reminiscent of you taking your mom in one of the first missions of the game.
Yes.
With that first time you see Low Roar.
Yes.
That would be really impactful.
But the whole time you have to listen to Anal Fissure.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, great band. That was a band, right?
They are a band, I believe.
Yeah, we're getting low on questions here. I think we just have 3 more.
I don't have them marked off on my sheet, so if you just
I'll
want to
read them
rattle
off here. Judge Tempest says, of all the wildlife and beasts in the Lands Between, which one are you picking for a pet?
Okay, I think I remember what I said.
It's near the end there from Judge Tempest.
Can I tame a rune bear?
Sure.
Okay, so that would be cool and all. But
think of the cost of rune bear feed.
That's what I'm thinking.
Rune bear food.
If not the rune bear, and this one after, like a lot of deliberation went into this, I want the giant lobster.
Think of the tank, dude.
No, he's just going to be a free range lobster.
He's free range.
Yeah. I got him trained. All I have to do is whistle or snap my fingers 3 times, and he comes swimming up.
You take him to Chill on the Hill?
Oh, 100%. I'd sit on him on Chill on the Hill. Get a nice little saddle.
I would be excited to be your friend in that case.
Yeah, and then if anybody tries to fuck with me, it doesn't matter how far you run or how fast you run or how much you zig and zag. He's going to get you.
You're kind of by default a god.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
I know. I put a lot of thought into that one. Because I was like, the other things that would be cool is like having one of those, the bats, like you said you would graft on.
I think
be
those,
cool.
Those bats are really conscious, though. I think there's a lot of higher thinking there because the female bats, they sing songs.
Beautiful songs.
But once you get to singing songs, that's even beyond chimps, which can barely play the drums.
The other one that I was going to pick is like the roly deer thing.
Oh, nice.
Because
goats.
that's just cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
I put down turtle.
That's not bad either.
I just wanted something that's an actual animal.
We could be at Chill on the Hill. I'm on my giant lobster on a saddle. You're on your turtle on a saddle.
If somebody actually had a giant turtle here that would like very slowly walk with them and they just like eat giant pieces of lettuce at Chill on the Hill, very popular.
It's the most Bayview thing I've ever heard that hasn't happened yet.
Problem is, though, the turtle would smoke a lot of weed, and if it makes a cloud, it's not allowed.
That's true.
Chill on the Hill.
Chill on the Hill.
We got one here from Phil. What would you bring in from other Souls games or Souls likes for the next game? This one's tough for me because I've only played Bloodborne besides this.
Yeah, same.
So I just put down guns.
I think that's where I landed too.
Yeah.
Or like weapons that could change. Like
yeah,
you could like an extendo staff.
So what we're trying to say is we are not the right people to ask this question. We are. I'm super Bloodborne, but I still have yet to play the Souls games proper. I've seen a lot of speedruns, and from Judge Tempest, who would be the homecoming king and queen for the Lands Between?
Okay, so this one
I have 2 different answers.
I settled on just 2.
Okay.
I went with Renala for homecoming queen.
So you're gonna have somebody's mom who lost her mind and is clutching an egg be homecoming queen?
And I also was thinking about more like with when she met Radagon.
Yeah.
So that's where my head was at.
Okay, yeah.
That.
Renala in her prime. Oh, yeah.
That's who I was thinking of.
Oh, rich family.
Yep.
And super talented. She is A layup.
Yeah. And then for Homecoming King, I went with Diallos.
He is one of mine as well.
Yeah.
He's a rich fuckboy. And he's got that pretty boy, little Jon Snow pout. Fine. Whatever, dude.
And that, I actually Googled like lists of every character in the game and went through it.
I didn't want to choose Diallos.
He was just the natural decision for me.
My servant is missing, but I love her. She ran away from you, fuckhead.
Yeah. Because you're doing bong rips in the Taco Bell gas station parking lot in Kaled with your boys.
Because you don't clean your own room, buddy.
Yeah. Be a man.
Yeah.
Responsibility.
Written in blood, I see. Yeah. So I put down, funnily enough, Diallos and Ronnie.
Okay. So close.
Because she is also rich family, skilled. So for the same reasons.
I don't think Ronnie would do it, though.
She would win, and they'd be like, Ronnie, are you coming to the stage?
And she didn't even go to prom.
And she didn't even go to prom. She was smoking weed on the hood of a Hemi up overlooking L.A.
Yep.
Yep. And
Listening to Cheap Trick.
Yep. She'd be a deadhead.
Yeah.
She's doing a Lindsay Weir at the end of Freaks and Geeks. She's in a van somewhere trying drugs for the first time.
They're just living their life.
But for Ronnie, the 50th time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also put down we feel bad for him. It's like when you nominate the person who just needs a break. I put Bach.
He didn't even cross my mind.
Bach and Zarias. Yeah.
That's like when they do...
Sweet Little Snake Girl and Little Demi-Human Boy with a Social Problem 1. Everyone's like, we're going to make Reddit for this.
Yeah, it's like it's like a Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be Homecoming Queen.
Yep.
Like, they don't have a shot.
And I would vote for them over Diallos, and Ronnie doesn't want it anyways. And honestly, it doesn't mean anything.
I got 0 votes for Homecoming King when I got put on the ballot one year.
Even you didn't vote for yourself.
No, fuck that. I didn't even know I was going to be on the ballot.
I'm proud of you.
I saw my name and I was like, that's a typo.
I want you to know that if I saw your name and someone else's name, I would vote against you as well.
Yeah, please do. I do not want that.
I wouldn't. We have the final question.
Is it the map one?
Yes, it is. How stoked are you to step into a new map?
10 out of 10. I could not be more excited.
Can't fucking wait.
All I plan on doing for the rest of the night. I know Indie Games Month is coming up, but like, I need to get reacquainted with Elden Ring in a bad way.
In a bad way.
Because I don't want my Elden Ring atrophy to affect my DLC.
Yeah, it's if you play another game long enough and you go back to it, when you have to relearn what buttons. Some of it's like riding a bike. Some of it's okay. Oh, okay. Yep. There's where I put my lantern. A lot of it's just where you put your own hotkeys. But yeah, I can't wait. I am bummed a little bit that From Software did release more, like where they had some YouTubers get access to the game, and then they were allowed to use certain footage from that in their videos. Like, I clicked the first Vati video, and it shows the very opening of Shadow of the Erdtree, the first, like, one of the first spots, and I was upset.
I have not seen a single thing.
There are spoilers out there right now, and I want a completely fresh experience where nothing has been tainted. Outside of, I'm a supporter of a cinematic trailer and a gameplay trailer, but when it just becomes gameplay from YouTubers commenting on it, I'm really against it.
Especially in a game like this with a DLC that we've been waiting so long for. Like, if I will actively search out somebody who's playing like NCAA football, the new one.
Yeah.
Or like a Madden game or a sports game to be like, all right, let me see how this plays and what it looks like before I buy it.
The spoilers is actually just the football roster.
You're like, oh shit, New Jerseys? What?
Who's Jordan Love?
But then with a game like Elden Ring, like, you already have my money. And luckily I have, between that and the boys, like, I haven't been on Reddit hardly at all in like the last month because I'm just scared.
Yeah. The spoilers are out there right now. And like the Cohen, Ethan Cohen had a new film come out not long ago, Drive Away Dolls, and Carly had sent me a trailer of it, and I didn't watch it. I'm like, we're gonna go watch it. I'd rather go and not spoil it all. But Shadow of the Erdtree,
I'm very excited. I'm ready to get hurt again. Like in a good way.
In a good way. I'm ready to be...
In a masochistic way.
Spank me harder, Margit. Mikola.
Vesemir.
Besmir.
Who's Vesemir?
I want that dude to pull that long blade out of his rib cage and shove it down my throat.
Damn, dude. Yeah.
I mean,
oh, man, I forgot about that shot. That's cool.
I'm ready to throw a giant jar at someone. I'm ready to grab the legendary folding chair and smack someone over the head with it.
I have so many Trina's lilies right now. I'm just going to... I'm inducing bedtime on everybody.
Dude, what I'm doing the next 6 days is just huffing Trina's lilies at home so I can just sleep more till it's Friday.
It's like when Cartman buries himself in the snow waiting on the Nintendo Wii.
I like that strategy. And so, yes, we are just huffing Trina's lilies over here, trying to make it. We can't wait.
It's a struggle.
It's a struggle. And yeah, there'll be another episode coming soon, but next time you hear from Elden Dogs, it will be after we have played Shadow of the Erdtree, which we're 20 episodes from the last traditional episode we did, pretty much.
It's a tongue twister.
What we're trying to say is, thanks for listening. We appreciate your support, everybody. Elden Dogs has gone on this long because of supporters. This show would have ended earlier, but we have a lot of people dedicated to the show and a lot of people that support us because of the show. And we're willing to talk about Elden Ring a lot more. And we are going to talk about a lot more. Not only Shadow of the Erdtree, I have a few other episodes we need to talk about. And make sure to check out the local concert tours for America's Tits and Rivers of Blood.
And the One Fingers.
Oh. Special thanks to our Patreon executive producers, Rykard, Christiana, Kamala Kip, The Black Blade, Blaggard Big Brian Ward, Jordan Hoslow, Sorceress of Blood, Festering Fingerprint, Phil Wright, Iron Fist, Phil Just Phil, Knights Cavalry, Cole Del Gardno, Bell Bryant, I've had a few Miller Lights, Bell Bearing Hunter, Bryant Ross, Crucible Knight, Kelly Gutowski, and Justine Melismer, The Impaler. We appreciate your support. If you want access to all of our Shadow of the Erdtree episodes way in advance, they're going to start off a little bit in advance, and every episode become 2 weeks further out each time. So by the time the third episode of the DLC comes out for our Patreon supporters, it'll be 3 months for you, and it'll be 6 weeks for them. Check out patreon.com/HairTheDogcast. And if you like this episode, if you listen this far, if you could please just leave a like or write a review, we would really appreciate it. But thank you for listening.
Have fun with the DLC.
We'll see you after that.